Hello, boys and girls, and welcome to another day of practicing our shapes. So to start us out, this page says to sort these shapes. So take a good look at these shapes. How would you sort the shapes on this page? Remember, when we're sorting things, that means we're putting them into groups based on how they are the same. So pause the video and tell someone near you, how would you sort these shapes? All right, did you talk to someone near you and tell them how you would sort the shapes? Maybe you wanted to sort them by color. So maybe you could put all of the blue shapes into one group, all of the red shapes into one group. Maybe you wanted to sort the shapes by solid and flat shapes. So maybe you would put all of the flat shapes into one group, and maybe you would find all of the solid shapes and put those shapes into one group. Thumbs up if you talked about sorting by the type of shape. So maybe you would put all the triangles into a group together, and maybe you would put all of the rectangles into a group together, or the squares. Lots of different ways that we can sort the shapes on this page, boys and girls. All right, so this next page is actually your workbook page. So if you have a grown-up like a teacher or someone at home, they will help you get to this workbook page. This is workbook page 237. It looks like this. It has this picture of all these shapes on it. And what we're going to do on this page is we're going to be coloring the shapes. So let's first look at the shapes that are flat on this page. Some of the shapes are flat and there's some that are solid. So I'm going to point to one of the flat shapes, and I want you to tell someone near you the name of that shape. Are you ready? So we're looking for the flat shapes. All right, boys and girls, what is the name of this shape right here? You're right. This is a square. It has 4 sides that are all the same size. And even though it's kind of turned, it's still a square. It still has those 4 sides that are the same size. What is this shape right here, boys and girls? You're right, this is a hexagon. Remember, a hexagon has 6 sides. How about this shape? This is a rectangle. It has 2 long sides and 2 short sides. That is a rectangle. What is this shape right here, boys and girls? Yes, it's a circle. A circle is round and flat. And then what is this shape up here in the corner? Yes, this is a triangle, and a triangle has 3 sides. So even though this doesn't look like the same kind of triangle we're used to seeing, it still has 3 sides, so it is a triangle. Nice work. All right, boys and girls, for this next part, you're going to need your crayons. And we're going to be coloring each of these shapes a different color. So I want you to find the triangle. And I want you to color the triangle yellow. Here's the triangle, and I'm going to color it yellow. Oops. All right, nice job. Boys and girls, I want you to find the square now and color it green. So here's my square. It has 4 sides that are all the same. So I'm coloring it green. All right, I want you to color the rectangle this time orange. So find the rectangle and color it orange. I found the rectangle. It has 2 long sides and 2 short sides. All right, let's color the hexagon red. Here's the hexagon. It has 6 sides. All right, and last, let's find the circle and color that blue. Nice work. Boys and girls, point to the shape that we didn't color. Why haven't we colored this shape? Remember, we said we were looking for the flat shapes. So why haven't we talked about this shape right here? Is this shape flat, boys and girls, or is it a solid shape? It is a solid shape, and it is called a cylinder. So we didn't color this shape because it's not a flat shape, it's a solid shape. It is a cylinder. All right. Okay, so for the back side of your workbook page, we're going to be looking at flat shapes and solid shapes again. So we want to put an X over the solid shapes. And for the flat shapes, we're going to be circling them different colors based on what type of shape they are. So let's take a look at this top row. First, let's find the solid shapes in this top row, and let's put an X over them. So find the solid shape in this top row and put an X over it. Ooh, did you put an X over this cone right here? Yes, this cone is the only solid shape I see in this top row. All right, now you're going to need your crayons for this next part. All right, we're going to circle or put a ring around, or we're going to put a red ring around the rectangles. So boys and girls, do you see any rectangles in this top row? Yes, this first shape is a rectangle. So I'm going to put a red ring around it. Now we're going to put an orange ring around the circles. So do you see any circles in this top row? Here's our circle. All right, we're going to put a green ring around the squares. So do you see any squares in this top row, boys and girls? Here's a square, this last shape. Even though it's turned, it is still a square. It still has 4 sides that are all the same size. And any triangles we see, we're going to put a purple ring around it. So do you see any triangles in this top row? Here's a triangle right here, 3 sides. All right, boys and girls, I want you to pause the video now and I want you to try the middle row. So remember, put an X over any of the solid shapes. And then if you look at the top of your workbook page, it shows you that Triangles should have a purple ring around them. Squares should have a green ring. Rectangles should have a red ring. Circles should have an orange ring. And hexagons should have a yellow ring. So put an X around the solid shapes in the middle row, and then think about the type of flat shape that you are looking at. That will help you to determine what color ring you should put around it. All right, go ahead and try the middle row. All right, boys and girls, I found this cube right here. That cube is a solid shape, so I'm going to put an X over it. And when I look at the flat shapes, I found a hexagon. So I'm going to circle that yellow. I found a triangle. So I'm going to circle that purple. And I found a square. So I'm going to circle that green. Does anyone know what shape this is right here? The one that I didn't circle or put an X over? Yes, that is a trapezoid. And we don't have a color that we're supposed to circle a trapezoid. So I'm going to leave that one blank. That is a different shape. It's a trapezoid. All right, let's try the bottom row. So put an X around the solid shapes and then circle the flat shapes. All right, I'm going to put an X around the cylinder. The cylinder is a solid shape. And I found a rectangle. So I'm going to circle it red. I found a triangle. So I'm going to put a purple ring around it. And I also found a circle. So I'm going to put an orange ring around it. Does this shape right here in the middle look like one of the shapes that we know? No, it's not a triangle or a square or a rectangle or a circle or a hexagon. So we're going to just leave it blank. All right. Nice work today, boys and girls. I will see you all tomorrow for some more practice with our shapes. Have a great day.